Now welcome to this new ecosystem I've been raving about. This is the West Savannah, and as you guys can see, it is wide out and open and easy for us to find our friends out here. I'm already seeing some Maasai giraffes, some white-bearded wildebeests, and some Coli cattle. I'll try and talk about them more as we do get closer. Now the signs above your heads might say reticulated because originally there were reticulated giraffes living here on the reserve, but they've migrated over to the Animal Kingdom Lodge. So if you guys want to see them, you can check them out over there. These are Maasai giraffes instead, but the only real difference between them is the pattern of their fur. Everything else about them is pretty much the same. They live the same lives. They grow to be the same height. A little further ahead, you guys will find Coli cattle, also called Watusi cattle, named after the tribe that originally domesticated them. Now these are one of 2 domesticated animals you can find here on the reserve. And as you guys can see, their horns are quite large. They can grow to be up to 6 feet in length from tip to tip. And they are not just for decoration. They also work kind of like an air conditioning unit because they have blood vessels in those horns. So when they keep those horns cool, they can bring down the rest of their body temperature. Now on our left, you guys can find a pack of African painted dogs. Looks like they are very excited. They're called painted dogs because they have paint-like splotches on their backs. Each pattern is unique to every single one of them, kind of like a fingerprint. Now they are very cute, but do not underestimate these guys. They're actually one of the best hunters on the savannah with a 90% success rate. It's probably because they run so fast, as you guys can see. Now my very favorite fact about these guys is that they are actually social just like us, so they will not start their day until every single one has said hello to everyone else. So I think we should say hello too. Hello! Bring forward up to 13 feet. That jumping motion is called pronking, but they'll typically only pronk when they're in danger or when being chased by our resident baby giraffe. Now, as you guys can see, there are quite a few giraffes out here. A group of giraffes like this one is called a tower, but don't scare these guys. We already have a Tower of Terror over in Hollywood Studios. Look at how majestic they are. They're my favorite animal on the reserve, to be honest. I try not to pick favorites, but I love them so much. Now on our right, here's a closer look at those white-bearded wildebeests. Now a group of white-bearded wildebeests like this one is called an implausibility. That's because it is implausible or unthinkable just how large these groups can grow to be. This is a pretty small group of them, as they will typically gather in groups of 20 to 500 pairs. However, their largest group can consist of up to 1.5 million of them. They will gather in that group when migrating, and that herd is so large it can actually be seen all the way from outer space. Now you guys can see they do look like they have stripes, but surprisingly enough, those are actually not stripes. They are just sweat stains, because just like you or me, when they get hot, they sweat. You'll see some more springbok up ahead. As I mentioned, they are fast, and for their speed and agility, they are actually often used as mascots for sports teams, especially here in Africa where they're from. Quite a bit, so their tongues are very important to them. They have a prehensile tongue, which means they can use that tongue like a finger to grab leaves and eat them. And it looks like we're playing a game of Animal Crossing, friends. Maybe? Yes? No? Maybe so? I'll give them this time. Now, as I mentioned, their tongues are very important to them. They have a prehensile tongue, prehensile meaning finger-like, so they can use those tongues to grab leaves and eat them when their necks aren't quite large enough. And their tongues are also a deep purple color in order to protect them from sunburn. I mean, imagine eating 20 hours a day with a sunburned tongue. I can barely handle a brain freeze. And we should get a closer glimpse at the baby on our right in just a moment. Now the one walking towards us is a younger one, but not the baby. The one next to him is the baby. Now I'm seeing some knocked over trees up ahead. First of all, you guys can also see some of them are grayish white. That is because they are babies. They were just born quite recently, and they haven't quite eaten enough shrimp to get that pink color we love so much. The lesser flamingo, which you can find by the Tree of Life, is a much brighter pink if you guys want to see that. Now take a good look at the island they live on. Is it a familiar shape, friends?
Mickey!
Mickey, that's right! That actually used to be our property's largest hidden Mickey. That was until we created the solar panel farm. The solar panel farm makes that one look quite small, as it actually spans across 270 acres. Now, it is a great example of how we can use natural energy to protect not only ourselves, but these lovely animals and our environment as a whole, as they actually generate enough electricity to power 2 theme parks every single day. Now on our left you can find those lovely animals we were protecting. These are white rhinos. As you guys can see, they are rolling around in the mud like pigs. Oh my gosh, I've never seen them do it so much. It's so cute. They actually do so for the same reason that the elephants throw dirt on themselves. They have sensitive skin as well, but they don't have trunks to throw dirt on themselves with, so they will instead roll around in the mud. Now, unfortunately, even if you guys can see the white rhinos, they cannot see you. Oh, on our right, you guys can find an ostrich running right this way. Hi. My goodness. As you guys can see, ostriches are quite fast. They can run up to 40 miles per hour, probably because they only have 2 toes on each foot. And they are also the largest birds in the world. Now, that running speed does make up for the fact that they cannot fly. Wow, that was impressive. I'm sorry, I'm still shocked by that. My truck only goes 8 miles per hour, so, wow. Now, as I was saying, the white rhinos probably cannot see you. They have quite terrible eyesight and can only see about 10 feet in front of them, which is why a group of rhinos is called a crash. Now, I think we might be on our way to detention, folks. There was a test in class today, and they caught a couple cheetahs. On our left-hand side, you guys can find the cheetah, one of the fastest animals in the world. They can accelerate that the other big cats don't, is a white tip on their tails. As you guys can see, that white tip is unique to them. They also have black tear markings under their eyes. They use them kind of like how football players put black tape under their eyes. They do so to protect their eyes from the glare of the sun so they can see better. And this makes the cheetahs better hunters and evidently better football players. Now up ahead you guys can find Copy Rocks. Copy Rocks are home to another big cat. Any guesses, friends? Lion! Man, I'd be lying to you if I said you weren't the smartest trap I've ever had. Now these are home to lions. If you've ever seen the movie The Lion King, they live on Pride Rock. Pride Rock is a set of Copy Rocks just like these, and it's called Pride Rock because a group of lions is called Pride. However, if you guys have ever heard the song The Lion Sleeps Tonight, it's kind of accurate. Lions do sleep 16 to 20 hours a day. However, they don't sleep tonight because they are nocturnal. So they typically only sleep during the day. That means we'll probably just see them lying around. Oh, and there they are, snoozing away. Now the females are getting ready for a long night ahead, as the females are actually the hunters of the pride. The males will actually stay back instead to protect the cubs, making Mufasa the greatest stay-at-home dad ever. Now, a lion's roar can be heard up to 5 miles away, so hopefully we'll get to hear them roar if they do wake up. Now, on our left, you guys are actually meeting a bit of a celebrity. If you guys have ever seen the live-action Lion King, that is actually grown-up Simba right up there. The animators who worked on that movie came and scanned this lovely male lion and used him as a model for grown-up Simba. So if you watch the movie, they pretty much look the same.